There are tons of new releases on Amazon Prime this month. I'm going to show you my top picks, and at the end of the video, I'll show you the complete list of new releases for this month. Let's get started. May 1st brought a bunch of new science fiction movies, including AI Artificial Intelligence, released in 2001, follows a highly advanced robotic boy's quest for identity and belonging in a world where humans and machines coexist. Fans of science fiction will be captivated by the ethical quandaries and emotional depth explored in the interactions between artificial beings and their human creators. Steven Spielberg directed AI Artificial Intelligence, but who was going to be the original director? Stick around for the answer. Gattaca, released in 1997, unfolds in a future where genetic engineering determines one's life path, and one man defies his predetermined limits through sheer will and subterfuge. Fans of dystopian science fiction will be intrigued by the thought-provoking questions about free will identity and the moral implications of genetic manipulation. Repo Men, released in 2010, thrusts us into a dystopian future where artificial organs are sold on credit, and one man's job to repossess these organs turns personal when he becomes the hunted. Fans of action-packed sci-fi thrillers will be riveted by the intense cat-and-mouse chase and the ethical dilemmas posed by a society commodifying human life. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, Across the Eighth Dimension, released in 1984, follows the titular neurosurgeon, rock musician, and adventurer as he combats interdimensional aliens to save the Earth. Fans of cult classics and science fiction will delight in the film's eccentric characters and quirky genre-blending narrative that offers a unique and entertaining ride. Stanley Kubrick was going to direct AI Artificial Intelligence, but he felt that CGI was not advanced enough to create the David character, which he believed no child actor could convincingly portray. The One, released in 2001, centers on a law enforcement officer who discovers a universe where multiple versions of himself exist and must confront a deadly version intent on killing all others to gain ultimate power. Fans of sci-fi and action will be enthralled by the high-stakes martial arts battles and the intriguing concept of parallel universes colliding. Fans of the Stargate series will be happy to hear that Stargate Continuum from 2008 is available on Prime. In this one, the Stargate team find themselves battling an altered timeline where a powerful adversary rules the Earth. Fans of science fiction and adventure will revel in the thrilling time travel elements and the epic struggle to restore the original timeline, packed with action and familiar characters in a fresh context. And Stargate, The Ark of Truth, also from 2008, is now available. It concludes the Ori storyline from the Stargate SG-1 series as the team embarks on an intergalactic quest to find an ancient artifact that could defeat their enemy once and for all. Fans of the series will enjoy the closure this film brings along with its rich mix of mythology, suspense, and sci-fi action. Here's a lightning round of Hellraiser movies added to Prime, starting with Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. A nightclub owner unleashes Pinhead, bringing hell to the streets. Hellraiser 4, Bloodline. It spans centuries as a family battles to seal the gateway to hell they once opened. Hellraiser 5, Inferno. It follows a corrupt detective who discovers a puzzle box that draws him into a personal hell. Hellraiser 6, Hellseeker. It returns to the tale of Kirsty Cotton, who confronts twisted realities and old foes in the labyrinthine afterlife. Hellraiser 7, Deader. This one finds a reporter entangled with a cult that can resurrect the dead. Lastly, Hellraiser 8, Hellworld. It lures fans to a deadly online game, making their darkest fantasies a horrific reality. Brace for the terror and torment of the Hellraiser legacy, where pain meets pleasure and fear reigns supreme. With these additions, you can now watch every Hellraiser movie from 1 through 10. But if you want to watch the 2022 Hellraiser reboot, it's available on Hulu. Another great horror movie added was The Ring, released in 2002, follows the chilling investigation into a cursed videotape that predicts the viewer's death in 7 days. Horror enthusiasts will be engrossed by the eerie atmosphere and the relentless tension that escalates with each passing day, making it a staple for fans of supernatural thrillers. May 1st also brings some great thrillers. Starting with Run Lola Run, released in 1998, pulses with high energy as it tracks 3 frantic attempts by a woman to secure a large sum of money within 20 minutes to save her boyfriend's life. Fans of thriller and action genres will be captivated by the relentless pace and the innovative narrative structure that explores the impact of minute decisions on fate. Panic Room, released in 2002, showcases a mother and daughter's harrowing ordeal as they lock themselves in their home's panic room during a home invasion, only to find out the intruders want something inside it. Fans of thrillers will appreciate the claustrophobic tension and clever cat-and-mouse dynamics that keep the suspense high throughout the film. May 1st also brought some great war movies, starting with Glory, released in 1989. Chronicles the valor and struggles of the first all-black volunteer company in the American Civil War, as they fight not only on the battlefield, but also against the pervasive racism of their era. Fans of historical dramas will be moved by the powerful performances and the profound narrative that highlights both the brutality and the brotherhood of war. Schindler's List, released in 1993, portrays the compelling true story of a businessman who becomes an unlikely humanitarian, saving the lives of over 1,000 Polish Jewish refugees during the Holocaust by employing them in his factories. Fans of historical dramas will find this harrowing depiction of courage and redemption in the face of unspeakable evil both profound and inspiring. Atonement, released in 2007, unfolds the tragic consequences of a young girl's false accusation, which alters the course of several lives and leads to a journey of redemption and reflection across decades. Fans of romantic dramas will be drawn to the film's deep emotional layers and the beautifully tragic exploration of love, guilt, and the desire for forgiveness. The Deer Hunter, released in 1978, explores the profound impacts of the Vietnam War on the lives of a group of friends from a small American town, focusing on their personal transformations before, during, and after the war. Fans of war dramas will appreciate the intense emotional depth and the raw, powerful examination of friendship and the scars of conflict. Next up, Airplane, released in 1980, it's a masterclass in slapstick comedy and absurd humor, where an airplane crew's incapacitation leads to sheer chaos. Fans of satire and farce will revel in the relentless gags and puns that make this a genre-defining classic. If you love a comedy that never takes itself seriously, you're in for a treat with this one. Brigsby Bear, released in 2017, is a heartfelt tale about a man obsessed with a children's TV show who sets out to finish the story himself when the series abruptly ends. If you're a fan of quirky and emotionally rich narratives, this movie's unique blend of whimsy and poignant storytelling will truly captivate you. Whiplash, released in 2014, plunges into the intense and obsessive world of a young jazz drummer striving for perfection under the guidance of a fearsome instructor. Fans of psychological dramas will be captivated by the electrifying battle of wills and the high-stakes pressure cooker that reveals the cost of artistic ambition. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, released in 2008, explores the life of a man who mysteriously ages in reverse, navigating the complexities of love and loss from a unique perspective. Fans of fantasy and romance will be drawn to the poignant reflections on time and the human condition, framed by stunning visuals that illustrate a life lived backward. Chocolat, released in 2000, tells the enchanting story of a woman and her daughter who open a chocolate shop in a small conservative French village, sparking both scandal and gradual change among the townsfolk. Fans of romantic dramas will relish the rich blend of sweet seduction and the transformative power of indulgence that challenges old beliefs and reawakens lost passions. On May 16th, check out my favorite film from 2022, Pearl, an extraordinary origin story. It delves into the disturbing yet fascinating backstory of a young girl's descent into madness in the isolated backdrop of her family farm. Fans of horror will be gripped by the intense character study and the shocking transformation that links directly to the events of its predecessor, X, enhancing the horror experience with a deep psychological edge. May 16th also brings Outer Range Season 2, which continues the story of the Abbotts, who are coping with the disappearance of their daughter-in-law when the neighboring Tillersons make a play for their ranch land. Tension comes to a head when a mysterious black void arrives in the Abbotts' pasture. Let's hope this season answers some of the mysteries presented in Season 1. On May 23rd, check out The Blue Angels, a new documentary that follows the veterans and newest class of U.S. Navy and Marine Corps Flight Squadron as they go through intense training and into a season of heart-stopping aerial artistry. And finally, on May 28th, you can watch The Boys in the Boat, released in 2023 and directed by George Clooney. It captures the riveting true story of an underdog rowing team's quest for Olympic gold against the backdrop of the 1936 Berlin Olympics. Fans of historical dramas will appreciate the gritty determination and unity displayed by the team, highlighting an inspiring testament to resilience and teamwork in the face of overwhelming odds. Don't go yet, because here's the complete list of the more than 150 new Amazon Prime releases for May 2024. And be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the best of Netflix, Amazon Prime, and other streaming services each month.